जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं
Paramahamsa Nityananda is a rare living incarnation, a yogi by birth. He has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English, books in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese, with translations in 26 languages are available. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 8,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services, ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world offer exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. Having meditation centers in 151 countries including Bidadi, Tiruvannamalai, Rajapalyam, Salem, Hyderabad, Varanasi, Los Angeles, Ohio, Seattle, San Jose and Phoenix. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nityananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation. A contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers. Adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, he has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands, gracing them with spiritual powers. A spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples worldwide in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Tiruvannamalai in India. A dynamic young guru who is an inspiration to thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online. A beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nityananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्.
Still I feel in my heart I am doing injustice to His glory, His greatness. I really feel some Krishna's devotees may even sue me for defamation or describing Krishna in a low level. Because any description is too small. He can be described only when your eyes and tongues are overflowing with love. Eyes and tongues are the last organ to express any emotion. Please understand. Genitals are the first organ to catch any emotion and respond to any emotion. Eyes and tongues are the last organs to catch any emotion and express. So I tell you, only when your eyes and tongues are caught by love, please understand, I am not talking about ordinary, like a lust for food, lust to see. Those things can be captured by eyes and tongue also. That is different. The moment you remember the gongura chutney, your tongues are watery. That's different. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the sensitive, pure emotions. Tongues and eyes are, your tongue and eyes are the last one to catch the high sensitive emotions. Only when your tongue and eyes are overflowing with love, Krishna can be introduced to you. At some time, some part of your life, at some day, by His grace, you may feel your eyes and tongue are overflowing with love. At that moment, don't miss the chance. Come back and listen to this introduction. It will be there in the YouTube. If you feel at some point in your life, your eyes and tongue are overflowing with love, feeling the sweetness of love. And I wanted to tell you, it does not necessarily to be towards Krishna. It can be towards any God or any person. Because your concept of Krishna is equally distant from the Krishna like your concept about your spouse. Understand? The concept you have about your spouse, how much of gap you feel between Krishna and your perception of your spouse, the distance is equal between your perception of Krishna and Krishna. So your perception of Krishna and your perception of your spouse, both are equally distant from Krishna. So don't bother. Your overflowing of love may not be necessarily towards your concept of Krishna. It can be towards anybody, any person. It may not even be necessarily diverted towards God or Guru. Any time you feel your tongue and eyes are overflowing with love, catch it. Try to listen to this introduction again. You will have introduction to Krishna done at that time. I am speaking not only for the people who are understanding it now, in the hope in future millions and billions will understand. The hope with which Krishna delivered Gita, in that same hope I am talking, O Arjunas, I am repeating. With the same hope, with the same inner space, I am repeating. I am not commenting. Understand? Maybe I am using a different language, English, but I am repeating. I can say, Gita is just introduction to Krishna. Many people think Krishna should be introduced before speaking on Gita. When they speak on Gita, they introduce Krishna. I tell you, Gita itself is an introduction to Krishna. Krishna is not introduction to Gita. Gita is introduction to Krishna. It's only when you understand Krishna, you will understand Gita, not otherwise. By understanding Gita, don't think you will understand Krishna. No. By understanding Krishna, you will understand Gita.
Discover the power of Kundalini Awakening at Kalpataru, a unique full-day transformational program blessed personally by rare living incarnation Paramahamsa Nityananda. What is Kundalini? Kundalini is the tremendous potential energy hidden inside every individual, which can be awakened through initiation by an enlightened master. Once awakened, Kundalini has the power to transform every area of your life and bring you health, wealth, success, joyful relationships, and spiritual enlightenment. Harness the power of meditation and initiation. Experience a glimpse of Kundalini awakening at Kalpataru. Manifest your destiny. Every weekend at Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, Bidadi, Bengaluru.
He is too much. He is too much to be described by word. He is too much to be worshipped in a deity. He is too much to be remembered by a form. He is too much to be remembered by a name. He is happening. Maybe I can say the word happening gives a certain idea of what Krishna is. Only a personality like him can wage a war with love. Only a personality like him can put Bhishma in the arrow bed. Means his body was penetrated with thousands of arrows. But after that, can go and stand near him and give him liberation. Only Krishna can be sung in thousands of names after knowing the same guy has put thousands of arrows into your body. You need to know Vishnu Sahasranama, 1,000 names of Vishnu sung by Bhishma after he received 1,000 arrows from Krishna. Here is a guy who sent thousands of arrows to kill Bhishma, but even after that the Bhishma is not falling. So in a very cunning way gets a transgender guy, Sikandi, puts the Sikandi in front, and in a complete cunning way makes Bhishma fall on the ground, and the Bhishma is falling, waiting to die, but in his lips he is singing the glory of Krishna. Vishnu Sahasranama was revealed by Bhishma when he was lying on the deathbed with thousands of arrows which was sent by Krishna's order. See the love affair between Bhishma and Krishna. Of course, I didn't mean in any wrong way. Fellows should not misinterpret. Bhishma was after all celibate. Can you imagine this guy Bhishma? Thousands of arrows are sent on him by his own grandson, Arjuna. because of Krishna's order, and even with the thousands of arrows, the Bhishma is not falling. So this guy finds out somewhere a transgender Sikandi, because Bhishma has taken a vow, he will not fight with transgender. He will fight only with men. He will fight only with men. So Sikandi comes and stands. So Bhishma is not fighting back. And Krishna is telling Arjuna to use the time and send arrows. And not only that, at one point when Bhishma was about to kill Arjuna, personally breaking his vow, Krishna jumps into the war field and takes the wheel of a chariot, saying, no, it is only wheel of a chariot, it is not a weapon. Anything you use to kill others is weapon. He knows all possible 482 of the law. The first 482 filed is picking up wheel of a chariot and saying this is not a weapon. But the moment the wheel got into his finger, it has become Sudarshana. The finger which handles Sudarshana Chakra, when it picks up the wheel of the chariot, naturally the wheel of the chariot also becomes Sudarshana. It is a weapon. But in 482, he escapes. He has done practically everything. What should be done legally and illegally, what can be done dharmically and adharmically. Krishna has done everything to destroy Bhishma, and that guy is lying in his deathbed, waiting to die, and he is singing, Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. He is singing the glory of Krishna in 1,000 names, in hundreds of verses. Understand? Because Bhishma has eyes to see the love of Krishna. The description says, when Krishna showed Vishwarupa to Arjuna, in the field, 18 crore, 18 agroni, Sainya was standing. 11 agroni belongs to Kauravas and 7 agroni belongs to Pandavas. 18 agroni Sainya is standing. In that 18 agroni Sainya where Dharmaraja, Drona, Bhima, Karna, all of them are there.
Welcome to Inner Awakening, the most powerful personal transformation retreat you could ever experience. In just 21 days, thousands are already experiencing the shortest route to constantly high energy levels, visible anti-aging, healing of chronic diseases, fulfilling relationships, and higher states of consciousness. What is the secret behind this transformation?
Kundalini means the inner potential energy. Once it is awakened, opens the different doors for the conscious experience in you. I can say which is a master key for all extraordinary spiritual experiences.
This extraordinary program is conducted personally by Paramahamsa Nityananda in the vibrant atmosphere of Nityananda Dhyanapitham Ashram. Open yourself to the benefits of Nitya Yoga and practical meditation. Experience physical and mental healing. Discover simple ways to handle life with success. Above all, enjoy individual darshan and blessings from Paramahamsa Nityananda every day. Take 21 days for yourself and carry home the transformation of a lifetime.
But the story describes only Arjuna and Bhishma was able to see Vishwarupa of Krishna. Of course, Vidura was allowed to see because he has to describe. Only a man who has a maturity to sing the glory, knowing the love, even while he was in deathbed, killed not just legally or dharmically, illegally and adharmically. As per the law, it is wrong. As per the dharma, it is wrong. Krishna has done everything possible to Bhishma. But this guy is singing the glory of Krishna in 1,000 names in deathbed because he understood the love of Krishna. I tell you, only when you understand the undercurrent love of Krishna, Gita will make sense for you. Otherwise, there are millions of fools again and again talking, whatever is said and done, Krishna should not have allowed this violence to happen. Killing 18 crore people. All of you should know. All the 18 crore was dead in the war. Only the children and women were left. Only from that the civilization continued. Almost all grown-up men, except Pandavas and few of their ministers, Krishna and few of his ministers, except this handful of people, the whole 18 crore was dead. Everybody invariably asks, how can this book teach spirituality, which is responsible for killing 18 crore people? The moment it took birth, it swallowed 18 crore people. You can't. You can't understand unless you catch the love of Krishna. It takes little time. You need to open your heart first before opening Bhagavad Gita book. Only when your heart opens, you can open Bhagavad Gita. Only then you will understand it is message of love. It is song. Violence can never be taught by song. Violence can be conveyed only by command. Only love can be conveyed by song. It is not 10 commandments of Krishna. It is not Bhagavad commandments. It is Bhagavad Gita. as a commandment, even if the love is taught, it will lead to violence. As a song, even if the violence is sung, it will lead to love. Here, Krishna is singing. He is not commanding. He could have just said, hey, here is 10 commandments. Directly from God, follow it or go to hell. No. If you do it, you will have heaven. If you don't, you will have hell. Dangerous. He could have also said, hey, it's a Dharma Yuddha. Come on, do it. No. With a tremendous love, he is convincing Krishna. He is convincing Arjuna. Krishna is convincing Arjuna. God. When I read Gita, I can understand the tremendous passions Krishna is radiating. He is really worthy of the title Jagat Guru.